What's going on, everybody? It's Zach back again with another review from the Toronto International Film Festival. That's right, I saw some movies, so I want to talk to you about them. I saw The Testament of Anne Lee on 70mm, directed by Mona Fastvold and written by Mona Fastvold and her creative partner, Brady Corbet. Now, if those names sound familiar to you, that's because Brady Corbet is the director of the film The Brutalist, which was dominating the awards conversation this time last year. Now, I do not think that Anne Lee has as much staying power as The Brutalist did, but I personally liked it just as much, if not more. I think that The Testament of Anne Lee cements Fastvold as the superior creative voice in the creative duo of Corbet and Fastvold. I much preferred her direction to Brady's, if I'm being real. I think that this movie does not currently have a distribution deal. I will tell a very quick, funny story of the screening that I went to. The person that introed it said something along the lines of, like, we'd like to thank Netflix for letting us show this movie. And then right as the movie ended, like, the first opportunity somebody could grab a microphone, a moderator came out and was like, we'd like to correct that Netflix thing that we said before the film started. We'd actually like to credit CAA. So it's I don't know if they're just keeping a Netflix deal secret or what the deal is there, because I know that if they go with Netflix, they will not get the platform 70mm release that The Brutalist did, and which I don't think is a good idea, because this film was shot on 35mm and blown up to 70, as was The Brutalist, and that is one of the highlights of this movie. The cinematography is absolutely drop dead gorgeous, and like you can tell that they are actually in locations, and it looks like just an old period movie as opposed to the normal films that we get today. And I think, like I said, I'm not gonna talk about full plot. I'll maybe do a video when it drops. I would like to think this will come out this year. I genuinely don't know. I will say, please go see this movie. It fucking rocks. It's like a punk rock, like a punk rock historical drama is how I would describe this. Like, this is a movie that Sofia Coppola would have directed in like the early 2000s for sure. Now, if you're not really familiar with the story of Anne Lee, her followers thought she would be the female Christ, and the Shakers, there is only 3 left, as per Mona said at the Q&A, and they practiced abstinence in life and thought the only way to get through life was through celibacy and abstinence, like I said, and they just shook instead of say doing anything illegal or anything ignorant. They would shake, and I think that is a highlight of this film, because it creates some of the most visually insane sequences I've seen all year, with the combination of the 35mm cinematography with the sound mix, and Daniel Blumberg, who is back from the Brutalist score. And I believe they wrote a song for the end of the film that played. Now, like I said, Mona and Lewis Pullman showed up for the Q&A, so I didn't exactly get to hear the full song. Now, in terms of performances, my highlights in this one were definitely Amanda Seyfried, who plays the lead role of Anne Lee. She carries the movie, and a performance like that, like a character like that, is written super big, and you have to be a certain caliber of actor to be able to pull it off, and Amanda Seyfried pulls it off in spades. She is absolutely incredible in this. Lewis Pullman is also very good. He plays her brother, like I said. He was there at the Q&A that I went to at the end of the film, and Mona talked about in the Q&A about how hard it was to get this film made, and I just don't understand, because it's so nice to see, like, even though this movie is based on, like, a historical fable, like, somebody actually trying something, like, visually and with story and everything of the sorts. And I just think this movie is very bold and daring, and I'm very curious to see how it plays to the old Academy voter. I'm gonna give this movie, I love how I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna record a quick review, and it ends up being almost 6 minutes long. Yeah, overall, like I said, just, I would put this on the level of The Brutalist. I will talk about more of it when the film releases, but for now, I'm going to give this movie 4.5 out of 5 on my rating scale. I really enjoyed being able to see it at the festival on 70mm, and I hope you also do that if you can. Stay tuned for more TIFF reviews. I have a bunch to record today, and so I have no idea when they're going to go out. I have no idea. Maybe this is the last review that I upload. Who knows? But, alright, I will see you guys in the next review. Toodles.